guys. So here's another segment of podcast for DMA at the DMA Festival 2025. Tamarind is looking good. And with me here, we have someone from Eskimi, Stella. You'll introduce yourself. And someone from Samsung, Levi. And today's topic is quite interesting. It's a fun one. We are talking about AI, creativity, and chaos. Whether the chaos is good or bad, our guests will tell us. But pretty much today we want to see, does actually AI either reduce or supercharge creativity? But before we dive into that, please, Stella, who are you? Who are you?
Hi, Steve. Thank you. As Steve said, I'm Stella Rose. I'm from Eskimi. I'm a senior business development manager. But outside of that, I am a very passionate and creative marketer. I've been in the industry for 15 years. And when I say I love marketing, I was made for marketing. I was meant to be a marketer. Like, I fell in love with it ever since I was quite small. And I think I say my biggest challenge is I've worked with many brands, Samsung being one of them. And my biggest challenge is to drive them to make impactful campaigns, make people feel things, feel alive, love their brands and products. So that's one of the key things I'm passionate about. I say I'm a very artistic person, even though my talents in art are not there. So I use my work as my passion and as my art. So marketing is my story to tell. Yeah, so that's me.
All right. What happens at Eskimi?
So at Eskimi, we are a media technology and creative platform. So outside of selling programmatic display advertising, we also do a lot with creativity. And this year we've introduced some really amazing creative AI tools that take creativity even further. And when it comes to also deep context, ensuring that the targeting, reaching your audiences becomes much more impactful as a brand.
Hold it there. You want to finish the podcast before we start. Levi needs to introduce themselves. And audience, I want you to notice something. She's called Stella Rose. Listen to the next name.
Hi, everyone. My name is Levis Ryan. I am the digital marketing lead, Samsung Electronics East Africa. We cover 13 countries within our subsidiary. And of course, that involves, for my function at least, leading the digital strategies, owning influencer and creator marketing, which I think is a huge conversation for today. Leading performance media, that's how I know Stella Rose, and digital PR, essentially. Yeah, and I've been in, my career has spanned the last 10 years, done everything from being brand manager, but digital marketing, I think, is my key passion. And I always find my way back to that. And I'm very happy to see awards like the DMAs appreciating digital professionals and creatives within both agencies and brands. So bringing that confluence together, I think, is a very powerful thing.
That's dope. That's so. Hey man, you rehearsed that, yeah?
I can tell.
I can tell you had practiced that intro, but that's good.
I wish.
Let me give you guys a short story on how we got here. So I was asked to send some questions to the guests on the topic. My questions were so serious. I saw you sent an email. You're like, man, what the hell, man?
What is this?
These questions, it's gonna be so stuck up because we're talking so technical. So we want to revise it. So we are going to do a lot of freestyle, and we'll just start with you, Rose. Just tell us, what excites you with AI? What have you seen that is really dope?
So what excites me with AI, especially when it comes to creativity, I love animation. I love animation. I love watching a lot of it. And I think my first thing for when I was like, oh, wow, AI is so cool, is I was watching a series where someone turned everyday vegetables into fictional characters living in a world where the carrot empire was attacking the broccoli empire. Like, it was so amazing. And I was like, wow, our whole world is about to change. Everything that happens in your head, you can bring it to life, right? And then I started using it for work, like how to, sometimes there's a lot of mundane things, like reports. They're very technical. I don't like doing them. And then I started using them for my reports. Yes. And then with Eskimi, when we launched the new AI platforms that we use, like Neurons, that helps creatives determine, before even you launch a campaign, is is your creative going to make an impact? Where are people going to look? You need to change maybe the text, the color, where to place the logo, where to put the brand, because it shows the heat maps, like change this here, change this, that, and here. And then it becomes like so easy to implement. Like, and you can even be like, it's for young people. This is the key things you need to have on the creative. So that's an AI tool we use. And then after you launch a campaign, it's able to, we implement another AI tool called Lumen that is able to give you more key KPIs, things that are, before it was reach, impressions, but now how many seconds your ad was viewed out of the 10 million impressions, how much time was spent on it, what is the percentage viewability, percentage, and engagement rate, click-through rate, viewability, things that we didn't even think you could measure. So with like Lumen, we're able to measure a lot more than the normal campaign context that the client is used to. And if you're like, yes, I achieved all your KPIs, but on top of that, the creative that we launched got 50% more viewability rate than it would ever get previously. People spent that 5 million people who saw your ad and viewed it, they spent an average of 5 seconds on the ad. That's like data you want to see as a client, right?
Definitely.
And we've done some amazing campaigns with the S series.
Yes.
And the results were really great, and you could see really the
Is it
impact
true? Is it
with
true?
the ad.
It's true. I'm not just saying that. And I think even to add on to your point, when you introduced Rich Media to us, and there was a KPI that brands and advertising agencies really don't track, was the engagement rate of the ad itself.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that you need to know if your consumer is engaging with your advertising, that they're not just clicking through, that they're reading the copy, they love the creative, then it makes it more impactful, I think. And that's why we keep coming back, I guess. Yeah, so you integrating AI tools into your advertising, I would say is a great direction.
That's interesting. You know, the way, Rose, you're saying you have tools that can do like heat map tracking and telling the ad whether it's doing well. We've actually won a pitch because of that. The client was like, these guys must really know what they're doing. But I also like that you can really measure things. So because return on investment for advertising is really a big deal. What about you? What excites you?
About
I
AI.
know Samsung is at the top, you know, when it comes to AI, you are one of the leaders. How is it? What's exciting?
So what excites me is this new embrace. You know, every time new innovations come out, there's always a hesitation and a fear. What does this mean for my job? What does this mean for my skill? And right now, I think people, most people actually are watching AI like this will replace me one day. But I like looking at it as glass half full kind of situation. When new technologies come in, we don't shy away from them. We embrace them. So we need to look at ways to not necessarily fear that our skills are being replaced, but find we need to constantly evolve with the technology. So how can my skill that can be handled by AI even become more complex, that a human has to work in tandem with whatever AI model. And I think it's going to be an exciting future with AI integrated into society. And to just give context from a Samsung perspective, we do pride ourselves in being constant innovators, pioneer drivers. Last year when we launched the Galaxy S24, that's when we fully jumped in to AI. And we launched a product called Galaxy AI. I'm sure you've seen the communication around.
If someone
Galaxy
doesn't know,
AI.
out of the podcast.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and the key objective when designing these AI capable phones, we base them on 3 pillars. So we're going with Galaxy is a new way to communicate. It's a phone device at the end of the day. We have to find a way to integrate AI into communication, which I'll get back to. New ways to play. So we want to own entertainment on your phone, gaming on your phone. There's a huge industry. Most of us are stuck watching TikToks, watching YouTube videos, movies, playing games. We want Galaxy to be that partner for you. And more importantly, which aligns with today's session, is new ways to create. So we want to position Galaxy as the ultimate content creator phone. So if you want to take this up as either a passion or a career, what you need in your handheld is a Galaxy device. So we have, within Galaxy AI, the suite comes into helping creation. we have something we call auto trim. So that creates quick reels for you from video. And the
Reels are
thinking about
normally a
this-
headache. Yeah,
reels
that's
are
a good one.
yeah normally a headache.
Yeah.
And you see, you'll have to worry about, I need to set aside time to edit this reel, publish this reel. But because we are going social first, we want you to enjoy the moments that matter with family and friends. Get that video, let AI do the editing for you. All you have to do is click publish. And even over and above editing the final product, we have other tools called Write Assist, which if you're coming up with a script, you can just ask Galaxy AI. You can just prompt Galaxy AI to improve, give you better suggestions for direction, and it will take your consideration and thought process and just give you a better script to align with. And even before that, when you're doing your research on content, we have Browser Assist integrated within Samsung Internet, the browser. So when you're doing your research, instead of going through the whole web page, it can be quite chaotic to read whole articles. You just summon Galaxy AI and it gives you bullet points about what you're reading. So it makes the whole process faster. So we give you more time to spend and do the things you love instead of focusing on some of the mundane tasks that can be taken away and handled by AI.
Yeah.
Yes.
Earlier on, your colleague was on stage, and
Yeah.
one of the things he said is that there's a new phone, I think the
The Galaxy S25 FE.
yeah, and he said that it's the phone for infinite creations.
Yes.
And that's very interesting that it came up there, and coincidentally, we are talking about creations and all that. For technology as it's moving, how should creatives also move? So for example, I know there are things that you do at SKB that you always brief the agency. You're like, these are new ways a creative can do it. The same way, for example, the involvement of billboards. It used to be just flat, then now you do a digital one, then now a 3D one. And as creatives, they have to actually evolve. Are there things that are AI enabled that we need to evolve with?
Yeah, so outside of our creative studio, which has a lot of rich media solutions, whereby we are like, okay, you're launching a new flavor of a product, give us the open files, and then we'll use our tools to create this 3D, this like really immersive experiences.
Yeah.
But I think for me, how it aligns with, it's about creatives aligning with the end solution. I talked about ROI is important to the client, but it's very much tied to creativity. So one thing I say, we have Deep Context AI, which is now coming to solve the problem of people don't want to be tracked, the activities anymore. But how do you still reach your audience at the right time? Yeah, I want to buy a Samsung. I'm probably going to be online reading an article reviewing Samsung. You want your ad to be seen there, but cookies are out. Or even I'm reading from a local context an article in Sheng or Kiswahili. A lot of the platforms are not able to help you reach that audience because they don't understand the local nuance. So we also have a new tool called Deep Context AI. It goes outside of you giving me keywords and me using those keywords to reach those audiences. It scans the internet, looks at the article, whether it's in Swahili, it's in a local language. It's like, okay, this is about a phone. It's about the launch for Samsung. The article is in Swahili. Let's say in Tanzania. So I need to show the S25 creative the brief, I need to show this ad here because the context is right? So that also comes from your creatives. Like creatives use one solution for all.
Yeah.
Like one ad is the one that goes across everywhere, but is your ad talking to, let's say, the
Different
right
people.
situation or the right audience? You have ad creatives that are relatable to Gen Z, to alpha, or to parents, or different situations. People who like cooking, like the S25, you can have an ad for creators, an ad for maybe just normal people like me who just want a nice phone, lifestyle, business people like coming up. And also it's difficult to make, it means there's so many audiences, you can't use 15, you can't create 15 of them, but this is where AI comes and helps you make those
Automate
changes.
and make it faster.
Then you combine it with our AI tool that now serves the ad. So it's like, this ad is for a business person. The ad is talking about how the S25 makes their life easier with planning and everything. They're served the ad at the right time and space, but the creative speaks to the person. He needs to see a different ad than the one I'm seeing. I love cooking, I love creating. I need to see S25 showing me how it's matches well with my lifestyle. But it's very difficult to do that. So our deep context AI tool is here to like match your creative to whatever you need, whichever audience you need to speak to. So it drives more impact and that ROI that the client is looking to see.
And that customization at scale is really important, especially for relevance, because sometimes you see an ad, you're like, where am I?
Why am I seeing
And
I
this,
don't see myself.
I don't see myself here at all.
Yeah.
Do you have any comments on that?
I think that deep context, advertising, a new tool that you have,
Yeah.
it's quite important as advertisers. I mean, there has to be relevance for any ad that our audience is seeing. And just to drive my point back to your rich media, I think engagement rate is what we need to track mostly. Just to see that that impact is felt by the end user. It's quite important, and it explains return on ad spend further, even for us, over and above a click-through rate and all of these things. Yeah.
All right. I told you guys we won't be looking at our questions.
Yeah.
Now let me look at the questions because
This is
it's
the
free.
hard part.
So most people say that earlier on, actually, you had said that whatever is in your mind, we've reached an age where AI helps you actually bring it out. So does AI give people superpowers, people who could not even create? And how does that play out, both for Samsung? Let's start this side, and then we come this side.
Yeah.
Both for Samsung and Eskimi. How does actually AI give people superpowers?
I think it empowers people, all right? And most people will look at AI as a constant threat that I might be replaced by this new function. But also it empowers more people to do what they love, puts more capabilities into your hands. So for Samsung's context, positioning Galaxy as the ultimate creator phone, everyone can become a creator. As long as you have a phone in your hands, that's what the end game of social is. Not to have this top tier of creators, make it an exclusive club, but have everyone enjoy and tell a story. Everyone has a story to tell. And I think at the end of the day, when you work in tandem with AI, you develop your skills more into vision and storytelling, and you let AI handle the smaller things, like editing a quick video or giving you a script direction. Yeah. So I do agree that it gives people superpowers, which is a good thing. I think more people need to be empowered and enabled. Yeah.
And I like that. Sorry, we'll come to you. Because I remember there's a point where a few years back, I was watching a lifestyle blogger who's very popular, I won't mention them, and she had done a BTS, and I was seeing her editing. I think at that time she was using CapCut or something. I didn't know what CapCut was. Everything was new. And I was like, wow, there's no editor, because it used to be such a long process to even edit
quite
and do that.
tedious.
So it's really good. I can see it from that angle.
It removes those barriers that are already institutionalized. So when you feel like you have to be good at Adobe Premiere Pro, for example, that's why I can't be a content creator. Then it becomes easier when the AI is doing some of these background tasks for you, empowers you to tell your story more.
And quite intuitive, actually.
Quite intuitive. It would know what you want to share based on your video, know the key highlights, key moments that are shareable and probably will be appreciated by more people online.
Your take?
From my take, I'll give a take from education and then enabling people who, for example, special needs. Maybe you're blind and you want to write a book, but you're not able to. You're able to use AI to create this story and do things that you probably would need to have so much help to accomplish, right? If we're in a world where there are people who, because I have friends who are personally dyslexic, ADHD, they struggle a lot to read in school and pass. And AI, like they can scan text and AI makes it into smaller pieces of information they can consume and learn. So in a way, from people maybe who weren't able to do things in the normal way, we have things normally very easy, but think about someone who doesn't have hands but wants to be a painter, has these ideas in his or her mind. They're able to just prompt via voice and their dreams come true. There are people, maybe I'd say it's a digital nanny for some people. You forget, sometimes you have 100 meetings in a week AI is able to schedule you and remind you
And
to
reply.
get a message and reply emails. So it frees you even, like, I feel like people, especially who are brilliant, and not able to have like personal assistants, you can use AI to free up so much of your time for you to focus, especially entrepreneurs, on like coming up with ideas and implementing them and testing and trying. So yes, it does give people superpowers, but also it enables people in so many ways. If you think about it, if used for good, it's very powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think earlier on, one of the things that he had mentioned is how you can delete someone from a photo.
Yes,
A
yes.
subject
Yeah,
from a photo.
yeah.
Especially with the new phones and the new features.
Yes.
That's a superpower. Literally,
It is in and of
you can
itself.
be there alone, but you're with different people. Quite
Yeah.
interesting. Generally, what I know is people use very little of AI. Like, is there something that you're using that you wish people knew? I think most people are just using it for generating text, images. What is it that you feel like, Levis, that someone, what discoveries have you made that are really cool for creators?
For creators, I think what I use personally the most would be browsing assist on Galaxy AI. That's very specific to Samsung. But again, it takes a lot of weight off from following a full story online. You just summarize quickly and you get your context in bullet points, and it becomes much, much easier. Also, another suite that we have that would be really cool for a lot of people who travel is Live Translate. A lot of companies are still trying to catch up to this, but I think bridging that global divide is quite important. So how it works is if we're on a phone call with a supplier or a client from a country like, let's say, China, for example, they love Chinese. They actively do not want to communicate in English. So all you prompt the phone to do is translate that live call, and it happens in real time. So they're speaking in Chinese to you, and it translates to English on your end in real time, and vice versa. And they don't have to have a Samsung for it to work. It just needs one Samsung
That's
to
so dope.
complete the two-way live translate feature. So I think that's pretty cool. Even creators becoming more global. You need to talk with creators from Europe, parts of Asia. That kind of bridges that gap.
Yeah.
And yeah,
But
it's
they have
a
done
really
some-
cool
yeah.
AI feature for me.
I've done something very simple. You know the way Toyotas come with the fixed Japanese
Yes.
audio?
Yes,
That
yes,
used
yes.
to be hell. You couldn't find things. Right now you just
You
do
have to
this.
point your camera and it
and
translates
it does
for
that.
you.
So
Yes.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, for me, an interesting way I use AI, because I love traveling, and also all my friends, when they're coming to Kenya, they're like, make for me a 1 week plan, 2 week plan, where to go, what to do. I just input AI and even put their personality, what they like doing, what they like eating, and I'm able to get like a whole travel itinerary that is custom to this person. Then I just edit it and I send it to them
Yeah.
with even like average costs and everything. So that is really nice because it takes away the headache of like sometimes planning can be very, especially for a
Tedious.
trip. Yeah.
Yes.
And you want to know which, and also I love reading articles around history, culture, or happening events in like the art world and fashion. But sometimes the recommendations, like it's hard to find these really good articles. So I say I want to read the last week articles around, let's say, like I'm wearing Frida Kahlo, her art, interesting articles or point of views, and it recommends like different articles I can read.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that
That's
are fact
interesting.
checked. Yeah, it's really cool. Or if I see an article and I'm not sure the information is right, I fact check it with AI.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope.
So that's maybe some of the ways I use it.
I've seen it cutting a lot of time for creators. So before, I know, for example, photographers are really feeling it because models, especially models, photographers, you really have to be very creative and very good. But I've also seen the two working together. So you'll see a photographer taking photos using AI to edit, or even launching a whole campaign with a mix of real models versus
AI.
AI models. And now anyone can actually create, which is quite interesting.
It's so important, and I think it's on us as professionals to find a way to merge our professions, our skills with AI, because and not look at it as this skill becomes obsolete, but how can I improve from this or make it better and evolve through AI, because AI isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
We just need to find a way to coexist.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually had an interesting conversation over the weekend. I met a fashion designer and he was like, "Hi, you look like I did an AI shoot with and you look like exactly like one of the pictures." And he's like, I think it was like I would rather have the real version. The AI one was good. Then he was like, "Would you like to collaborate?" Because his series is around African women. And I was like, "Sure," but he showed me the picture and I was like, so crazy. But it was like, yeah, the AI campaign did well, but the designs are ready. Like now it's the time to implement real models. Yeah. So I think what you're saying, it works really well. That's from an example I've had. Yeah.
All right, we like ending on a high, and ladies and gentlemen, you can tell the passion that the guests have. So let's just one more thing. Future, where do you see it? Like, we can start with you, Rose. Where do you see AI taking us? There's a phrase I came across. People are saying AI right now in 2025 is where electricity was 2 months after inception. So there's still a long way to go.
Yeah.
Where are we going with the AI?
I think for me, where I'm seeing AI there's going to be a lot of opportunities opened for AI experts. So if you are an expert at videography, AI, companies will be having AI expert positions opening up. So what I'd say, learn an AI tool. You don't have to learn all of them. There are so many. Learn one, perfect it, because in the future there will be so many opportunities for AI experts in different fields. Yeah, that's where I see it going. And on myself, I want to do the same. Like find one amazing AI tool that is in line with my career and then perfect it, because that's where the future is. Like I can only get better at what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the right AI tool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I think one day you'll take this clip and say, I told you guys. Levis,
Yes.
where do you see AI going?
I think AI will keep growing. Right now, like you said, we're still in inception stages. All technology, all innovation, when it came out, there was a shock initially. Think of your phones, your cars, electricity. No one knew what to really do with it. It wasn't accessible to everyone. But now we've integrated it into our daily lives. And I think that's the only logical next step for everyone involved with AI, to just accept it that it's a thing. And the biggest task, I think, for us in the creative industries, in marketing, in advertising, that we need to focus on is what we call prompt engineering.
Yeah.
So that will be how to create the perfect brief to AI, where you're talking to a model. It won't replace creativity at the end of the day, because we are human beings. We know what we want. Give it the right objective, the right brief, your work becomes better. So that's a way to merge our skills and artificial intelligence at the end of the day.
Thank you so much. I wonder if we ask AI where it's going, what it will tell us. Maybe the audience can do that at your free time. But thank you so much for watching us. It's been great having Rose and Levis in the podcast at the DMAs. And watch out, we've done quite a bit of this. There are about 5 more episodes you can go and watch in different topics. Enjoy yourself, have fun, learn, and thank you so much.
Thank you
Cheers.
so much.
Thank you so much.